We got episode motherfucking 6, Rise of the Beast, we're calling it. History Unmasked. The real history. Not that bullshit watered down stuff they tell you in
Right.
school, you know. All right. So let me set the tone here. It's 1930. Okay. Europe is fucking exhausted. Europe's been through some shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Past few weeks here, you know. The Great Depression crushes what's left of this post-World War I dream. The banks are collapsing, unemployment's exploding, middle class disappears overnight. Germany is buried in debt from the Treaty of Versailles, as you taught me last week. Becomes ground zero for despair. In Berlin, men sell their war medals for bread. Ain't that some shit, bro? Children push, this fucking part's crazy, wheelbarrows full of worthless money. Because money didn't mean shit back then. Imagine that shit. You spent all this time collecting all this money, and now it's not even worth the paper it's printed on.
Yeah, but why are they pushing it? Are they pushing it to show that it's worthless, or are they pushing it to
Yeah, to
burn
play
it?
with. No, to play with. Ain't fucking nothing better. You don't. I can't do shit with it. Here you go. Fucking take it. It's like when you know in the TVA when they had the Infinity Stones in the drawer. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Just play it. Who cares? All right, and then what else we got? This is this is literally the forming of, I guess, the continuation of Adolf Hitler's origin story. He's turning rage into religion. His rallies at this time, they feel like church, dude. His banners, altars, spotlights, stained glass. Like, he preaches that Germans are the chosen people, that they were crucified by the Jews and the foreign bankers. He doesn't erase Christianity. He just kind of steals it. He's claiming he's finishing God's work. The swastika, you talked about this a little bit on Only Comic. It becomes his cross, his emblem. It's basically, it's an older symbol that symbolizes peace.
Right.
And he used it and adopted it. And he's almost like King the Conqueror, dude. He's taking little fucking pieces and stealing them.
Or any other church.
Yeah, that too. Here's the shit, Adrian. Here's the shit. He's got a deal with the Vatican. In 1933, months after he takes power, so he's now named, I think he's a chancellor at this time. He secures a treaty with the Vatican. I'm not even going to say how to say it. Reich, something like that. Just like that. On paper, it protects Catholic schools, property, and clergy. In reality, it muzzles them. So the cardinal, he's later Pope Pius XII, he negotiates it, hoping to keep the church safe. So Hitler uses it as proof that Rome approves his initiative. So basically, we're about to do some fucked up shit. We're going to have this agreement here with the Vatican. We ain't going to mess with y'all. We're just going to kill all those motherfuckers. Right. Maybe he wasn't that overt with it, but they looked at it as, well, if we sign this, he ain't going to fuck with us.
Well, also, I think more importantly, the Pope approved of what we're doing. You can market it that way. Right?
That's what he did. That's exactly what that motherfucker did. So the Catholic political parties were dissolved. The priests who criticized the regime, they vanished into prisons. And the Nazis print pamphlets quoting the treaty like scripture. The Vatican thought it was just buying stability. Hitler knew he was buying silence. You can't speak out. Basically, every empire wants a blessing before it starts doing these fucked up things, right?
I don't know why. But...
Yeah, well, if it's blessed, then the people that are so sold out to their religion, they're not going to question it, right? We're doing God's work, dude. What you talking about? Don't question me. God said to do this. The fucking Vatican signed off on it. How could you argue that? The bankers and the beast. So across the ocean, the House of Morgan, now run by J.P. Morgan Jr., still keeping the world wired in debt. We talked about the Dawes Plan in 1924, the Young Plan in 1929. Basically, American banks lend billions to Germany. Ain't this some shit? You lent money to the Allies to defeat Germany. Germany has to pay reparations to the Allies. The same person that funded the war and benefited from you winning is now funding the loser to pay back the victors so we can get our money with interest. And now you have Germany on the hook for another loan. You're loaning out money to pay back somebody else. Like, it's okay. They lend billions to Germany. It's sold as aid, but it's really more leverage. The money leaves New York, passes through Berlin, goes to London, and then back to Wall Street. Then what happens, dude? The 1929 Wall Street, it crashes. Can you imagine that? Germany implodes again, but out of that wreckage rises a man promising order. Foreign investors quietly prefer a dictator who pays his bills to a democracy that can't. So, by the mid-30s, American corporations and European financiers are doing business with Nazi Germany. Imagine that, Adrian.
Imagine that.
Ford builds trucks. IBM leases tabulators. Standard Oil sells fuel. And it clears much of the credit web of the Morgan affiliates.
So clears the credit web, it says?
Yeah.
Sounds like money laundering today.
Pretty much. So it only helps the Morgan affiliates, though, just those guys. Hitler launches the 4-year plan in 1936. Autobahns, stadiums, propaganda films. The world calls it a miracle. Unemployment plummets. Faith rises. Parades replace protests. So he's saying what they want him to hear.
Right.
The fucking world around him's in shambles. Their life fucking sucks after this war. But he's speaking like, he's almost coming in like Doom, dude. I'm a dictator, fucking worship me.
Right.
The old democracy I used to have don't work. It's now a dictatorship. Fucking look at my plan. Germany's running on debt, preparing for vengeance. The same global banks that finance peace are now quietly funding its destruction because they're fucking loaning the money, dude. Persecution begins. Alongside the economic boom comes purification. In 1933, Hitler passes the law for the restoration of civil service, fires Jews from government jobs. Next comes the burning and boycotts of Jewish stores. Then the Nuremberg laws, stripping Jews of citizenship, forbidding marriage with Aryans. Propaganda floods every fucking medium possible. Posters show Jews as disease. Radio sermons blend racism and theology. Things like the Jews killed Christ, now they're killing Germany. Crazy ass propaganda, dude. By 1938, Kristallnacht, the night of the broken glass, shatters thousands of synagogues and businesses. Tens of thousands are arrested and sent to camps, originally built for political prisoners, but now expanding into a whole other fucking thing. Yep. And this is not even the genocide of years later. This is just the beginning.
Right.
Now, Adrian, you live in the same country as me, in the same fucking reality, right?
Yeah.
What does this sound like? Does this sound similar to anything that you see going on right now?
We can't speak about it.
We can't speak about it. But it sounds a lot like a lot of the stuff that our fearless leader is doing right now.
I mean, if you look at it, part of war is deception, manipulation, the Jews being dirty and diseased and all that kind of stuff. That's manipulation.
Right.
You're giving people one more reason to hate this entire race. Like, like the Black Plague or something you said the last time is like they've made them responsible for us just so they can wipe them out, things like that. So, I mean, it's all part of the strategy. It's almost like when Black soldiers would go into the war, the Germans were sprinkling leaflets in English, talking specifically to the Black soldiers. Hey, why are you fighting, America's war when they hate you back home?
Right.
Things like that.
Yeah.
So they was hitting all sides and shit.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, think about the shit we see here with Hispanic people, the way they're talked about, the propaganda, the deportations, the ICE, like.
And it's like, it's like, are you so ignorant you think that all Spanish people are the same? You don't know the difference. You haven't educated yourself enough to know the difference between a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, a true a Spaniard, a Venezuelan. Sure. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, like everybody is the same thing to you. It's just like, fuck it, just They look kind of, in between black and white. The hair slick. They speak
Right.
Spanish. Gone.
Exactly.
It's fucking stupid.
It sounds a lot like this, right? Like,
And that's what they're pushing. They're pushing that narrative just so it can make this kind of shit happen.
that's people think like the Holocaust. He just like day one started fucking incinerating people. No, it started with a lot of the shit that we see go on here, literally in front of our faces right now.
Right.
And it shows you how easily people are manipulated. Because to your point, they don't do any research.
Right.
I mean, if you're someone who's grown up and you've not been around minorities, and this is what you're hearing from the people in charge, the people you're taught to fucking believe,
Right.
and the people that also tote religion around, because I mean, we're a Christian nation, right? I mean, Trump holds the Bible and the stuff like that. He holds it upside down sometimes, but that's okay.
The devil walks around with it too. But
Yeah. So it just sounds very familiar, Adrian.
yeah, it's a slow burn. It's the frog in the hot water thing.
Yep. Yep. So faith is fuel. Okay. The regime rebans Christianity itself. The German Christian movement removes the Old Testament. They paint Jesus as an Aryan hero. Imagine that.
Oh.
So that's where it started. The Jesus we see now, the white, blue-eyed Jesus, looks like a Ken doll with a beard.
Yep.
Rewrites hymns to praise the Führer, whatever the fuck that is. Fur? What's that?
The Führer is like I think it's like the top guy. He's
Okay.
like that's what they used to call Hitler, the Führer.
Oh, well, there you go, to praise him.
That's what, Fuhrer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, kind of like how we praise the Donald. Put your MAGA
The
hats
Donald.
on.
Oh.
Church bells ring for Hitler's birthday. Wow. Children learn Nazi catechism, obedience, purity, destiny. A few clergies fight back, but most pulpits echo the party line. The Vatican issues mild protests while maintaining diplomatic relations. Neutrality, they call it. History calls it complicity.
Yep.
So the world watches and does fucking nothing. Britain and France cling to appeasement. America.
Well, who's the world back then? I mean, United States is on the
They're funding
rise,
this shit.
and they're funding both sides. And shit.
Correct.
So they're not going to say anything. They're just going to let this shit play out.
Britain and France, they don't care either, because now they're getting their money, right? Their reparations. America's hiding behind isolation. Wall Street resumes trading. The League of Nations debates vocabulary. And by 1938, Hitler absorbs Austria. 39, he takes Czechoslovakia. And the train's already rolling towards Poland. The world keeps pretending the whistle's not for them. We're just ignoring this shit. We destroyed Germany, World War I, embarrassed the shit out of them. Now we're funding them, and they're taking over the fucking eastern fucking seaboard right now, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. All right, so this is where you look at the Holocaust. They destroy European Jews, survivors scatter. Then after 1945, there's global sympathy for the Jews, and it fuels support for a homeland, which is Palestine. The Zionists promised that Britain dangled back in the Balfour Declaration we talked about a few weeks ago. They promised them that land, but the problem is the land isn't empty. It's inhabited by Arabs who fought beside the Allies, trusting they'd get independence. So you fought with us, we gave you this land, we also promised the Jews this land, now we're just gonna fucking throw them over there. That's recipe for a fucking conflict, right? Hey, I sold you your house, Adrian, and then 2 weeks later, this new couple shows up, I promised them the house too.
Right.
Yeah, y'all figure it out. Can't you just let them live in the fucking front half of the house, y'all stay in the back? Except it's countries and hundreds of thousands of people. It's what a fucking fucked up time, dude, you know? All right, so that's this week. Hitler, he didn't invent evil, he just industrialized it in a way.
Yeah.
He
perpetuated. He was the Henry Ford inventing the assembly line of hatred.
And these are three key things that, because he couldn't have done it by himself. He couldn't have done it without the system at the time. He had the financiers who basically normalized him. You're being financed by the same bank that financed the Allies, so it's like it almost legitimizes him, right? The churches that blessed him, the Vatican, thank you very much.
Right.
and then his own citizens that were put in this spot where their country was they were living in the worst times that they've ever fucking known.
Right.
And he's talking about a way to improve that for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they obeyed the shit out of him, dude.
Yeah.
Faith, fear, and finance. 3 forces that can build a civilization or burn that motherfucker down. The devil doesn't hide, Adrian. He just gets the paperwork all worked out. He knows the ins and outs. So that is this week's History Unmasked. Next week, the Merchants of Death return, Adrian. We had an episode a couple weeks ago called The Merchants of Death.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? It's part motherfucking 2 of that next week. Fuck, dude. Just makes you think about how fucked up things were back then.
And those are the big things, dude.
Right.
Think about the little subtle things.
Absolutely.
That, the people that wanted to be innovative, they got taken out.
Mm-hmm.
The people that just entire races or tribes of people and all this other kind of shit. I mean, it's like crazy.
Absolutely. He tried to exterminate a race pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy you think about the timeline. So 1933, he's appointed Chancellor of Germany. Okay. February 27th of that year, they destroy a parliament building. Nazis blame the communists. The 28th, mass arrests of their opponents begin. On March 5th, Nazis win 43.9% of the vote. It's not the majority, but it's enough to dominate. The Enabling Act is passed in 23, which gave Hitler basically dictatorship powers. April 1st, the nationwide boycott of Jewish businesses. Dude, it was fucking 4 months. He's already boycotting Jewish businesses. That's how it started there. Remove him from power. The law of the restoration, that was April 7th of that same year, where he removes Jews from any political jobs. Nazi Party becomes the only legal party, July of that year. And then from 34 to 35, this is where Hitler purges the other leadership, other rivals. Hundreds of people are executed. August of 34, German armies swear the oath of loyalty directly to Hitler. So not to the country, to this man. 1935, they strip the Jews of citizenship, ban intermarriage with Aryans, and Germany exits the League of Nations in 1935. So, dude, it's happening pretty quick.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. So if you go, there's a lot of Hitler documentaries, right? And a lot of that stuff is about things like projects that he assigned people to do, right? Like go find this artifact of power, or go dig a hole in Antarctica,
right?
Or go to the Mayan jungle and look for this gold that we think is there. Go over here. So he assigned leaders and gave those leaders like carte blanche power,
right,
to do things on his behalf. And when they went out and did stuff, they went extreme. So I'm curious, how much of this stuff was really him versus. It kind of doesn't matter,
right? But it started from him,
right? It started from him, but then how were some of these guys, some of these generals, some of these people in leadership, were they so much more vile than this motherfucker, right? That they committed all these other atrocities on his behalf,
right?
And it got connected to him. Because a lot of stuff, they built these underground bunkers. They was doing all this technology development. Supposedly they went to Antarctica, hooked up with some aliens, got some fucking UFO tech. All kind of shit was happening. During this cat's reign. But he had a lot of people working with him, a lot of places.
Yeah. I think the reason why was how great a job he did at presenting himself as the savior, as the one. So you got perfect recipe, some fucked up ass motherfuckers that are down for the cause, number one. Now you put them in a position of leadership. They're sold out to you.
Right.
All you got to do is fucking give them the order, dude. They're going to run with it. He had some sick fucking generals.
That sounds like what the rich did with the kind of middle class. That's the whole point of the middle class,
right?
To police the poor, because the rich
Well, he got
don't
rid
want
of the middle class,
right? So because the rich don't want to deal with them and shit.
Yep,
That's crazy.
it's crazy, dude. And in the midst of all this, 1936, Berlin hosts the fucking Olympic Games, dude. Nazi propaganda fucking everywhere. I gotta look up some photos of that fucking Olympic
in which I think what's his name, Jesse Owens dominated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it that one? Yeah.
I think it was that one.
And then 1937, the following year, the persecution of Jews intensifies. Businesses are Aryanized everywhere. Germany takes over Austria in 38, in March of 38. Munich Agreement gives Hitler Czechoslovakia in September of 38. And then November 9th through 10th was that night of broken glass where the synagogues and businesses destroyed nationwide. 30,000 Jews were sent to camp in those couple days. And December of that year, Jews were forced to carry IDs and register properly. Sounds like some mutant shit, right?
Right.
This is all on the road. War hasn't even started yet, dude. Germany occupies Czechoslovakia in March of 39. USSR, secret deal to divide up Poland in August. Germany invades Poland in September. And that's where World War II begins. And that's where we will stop this week. We'll get into the war next week. The fucking warmongers, or the merchants of death, as we call them here, and the all fucking mighty final solution that Hitler put together.
It's crazy how did he get away with identifying blonde and blonde hair, blue eyes as the Aryan race, the superior race, of which he had neither.
Correct. Like, it just shows you how fucking stupid people are. So when you see people now that are, and you know, I've said it several times, dude, I fall pretty much in the middle of politics. I think anyone that worships a politician is a fucking moron.
Right.
I think anyone that makes a decision based on what color party they represent is a fucking double moron. But the people that sell out that everything Trump says is fact, please, Donald Trump, he said it. We have to listen to it. He said the grocery prices are going down. They're going down. Motherfucker, you been in the grocery store lately? Any fucking price going down that you fucking see?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I fucking had to take out an extra loan to go to the grocery store, you know? Fuck. But it's these sycophants that just they want to follow something.
Right.
And it's just who can manipulate and talk to that group, you know? And I mean, you take all the atrocities out of it, it's a very fucking intriguing study as to how they did this shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's horrible.
Yeah, but it's the handbook for. What's interesting is that Hitler got his inspiration from how the United States was operating.
Correct.
Right? How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
Number one. But this becomes like the playbook, because now you send a couple special forces into a country. They are trained in how to take over a country.
Absolutely. Like in a matter of a fucking few days, a few weeks, like insane. So Anyway. Well, that is History Unmasked for this week. That's episode 6. We got about 10 more episodes on the way, Adrian. It's a fucking hell of a ride.
Hey.
But it's all fucked up.
Very interesting.
It is, dude. It is. I'm interested. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning more now than I learned when I was in history class, because I slept through most of those. So
yeah, well, they made it uninteresting anyway. So.
Right. Because they would have never told you that the US was funding fucking, Nazi Germany.
Right.
We were against it, Adrian. We stopped it. Remember, we're the heroes.
Yeah. Well,
it's like, bro, you start a fight between two fucking people. You do it. You tell this one that one don't like him. You slapped him in the head and you blamed it on this guy. You punched him in the nuts, told him it was him.
Right.
Then they start fighting, and then you separate it, and now you're the hero.
Well, you got to get a little bit more entertainment out of it. So you fund each one of them to continue to fight each other and shit.
Yo, here's a hammer, hit them with it.
Right, give them vitamins and shit, so that, some antibiotics and some Band-Aids so they can
It's going on for weeks,
Yeah,
dude.
going on for weeks. Then, okay. That's enough.
I have an idea. Peace, guys. Let's And then you're like, dude, look at, I solved. I stopped the fight. Like, motherfucker, you started the fight.
Yep.
That's us. Good old U.S. So, anyways.
Hey, whatever.
America.
Murder.
Yeah. What are you going to do, bro? Anyways,